Do you have the proper drop ready? Because we have to give it up to this man whose team was down 21-0 to the Philadelphia Eagles in the Jones Mahal, only to come back and win it. There it is, TJ Jefferson. Big W for your Cowboys.
We're on to Kansas City.
I like it. Look at you.
We're on to Kansas City.
Look at you, expecting it. I like it. I like the attitude. And I'll tell you what, with the Chiefs beating the Colts in overtime to go to 6-5 and avoiding the first ever 5-6 start in the Reid era. The last time they were 5-6 was the year before Andy Reid showed up to beat the Colts in front of the country on CBS in the early window. And then the Eagles losing to the Cowboys after being up 21-0 in Dallas on Fox in front of the whole country.
Tried to tell you.
I do believe that Chiefs at Cowboys, middle of the Thanksgiving John Madden triple header. I think it gained 5 rating points yesterday. And as you know, the NFL schedule makers going into the season were saying that's going to be the largest audience in the history of regular season football in the National Football League.
I mean, it's nothing new to us.
I understand, sir.
This guy,
I understand. He's 5-1, and he's feeling it. As well you should. As well you should. As well you should.
And Rich, there's no mariachi bands. There's no balloons. It's just another game.
As well you should. As well you should, TJ Jefferson, because this Dallas Cowboys team right now looks different. It does. Defensively, when you trade away Micah Parsons, everyone's wondering, what the hell are you thinking?
Macca.
And I think a lot of people are still wondering that about the Dallas Cowboys. You know, when you're hoping to get that edge rushing from Jadeveon Clowney when he's not offsides during that 21-0 deluge that the Cowboys suffered at the beginning of the game on Sunday. But Clowney is beginning to make his presence known. But when you take Kenny Clark, which was a higher register, nice piece to get him back in that trade. Okay, I see you. At least you got Kenny Clark back.
That's something.
And then you add Quinnen Williams. Well, now that's how you hold Saquon Barkley to 22 rush yards. Once upon a time, Saquon Barkley would stroll into this stadium in this game and run roughshod all of them. And once upon a time would be like, last year. But to see the Philadelphia Eagles only get from Saquon Barkley 22 rush yards on 10 carries. DeMarvion Overshown coming back. That front seven's buzzing all over the place. So the back end of the defense that was getting exposed, left, right, up, and down for the first 9 weeks of the season. Totally different look. Totally different. And then offensively. I mean, I say this with the utmost of respect. Please understand what I'm about to say.
Well, this kind of sounds like we're
I
heading
know.
down disrespect.
And on the Rich Eisen Show, when you say, with all due respect, that allows you to be disrespectful after that.
Well, it doesn't allow you. It just cautions.
But
that.
George Pickens is balling out so hard.
How hard is it?
Balling out.
Now.
I mean, actually, let me rephrase that.
Yeah.
George Pickens is playing such great football.
Balling.
Yes.
Oh, even better.
He's turning CeeDee Lamb into his own personal Alvin Harper.
Hey, look, it is what it is.
Because we're seeing a receiver. I mean, Michael Irvin, my bestie, has got to be sitting there watching this beast of a receiver, wondering, like, can we find out some way to petition the NFL to see if he can also wear 88?
Right?
He's got to be thinking that. Can we make him an unofficial 88 clubber? Because he's unbelievable and is exactly the type of guy that the Steelers envisioned that he could possibly be for them until whatever ice of the iceberg that was underneath the surface was so significant they had to trade him to the Dallas Cowboys. But George Pickens, man, is on a heater. 9 catches, 146 yards for him in this game. 4th most receiving yards by a Cowboys player with 100% catch rate since 1978. He set a new single-season career high for receptions with 67, and we still have
Already?
more games to go. CD, he was, by the way, Prescott was 9 for 9 targeting Pickens 4 of 11 targeting Lamb, including another. I swear to God, when that ball went through his hands and hit him in the chest in the end zone, I thought he didn't just drop another pass against the Philadelphia Eagles that's going to cost the Dallas Cowboys, did he?
Part of that.
Mm-hmm.
Were you thinking that, watching that? No doubt in the barn with your boy Ashton?
Listen.
Were you? Oh, you by the confirmation, he was watching the barn with Ashton. Were you not thinking that?
By the time that happened, I was home because I left the barn. I left the barn at halftime because I thought the game was over.
Good to know.
But yeah,
I don't blame you. 21 points.
Damn act together.
21 points down, man. That ties the Cowboys franchise record. Coming back from 21 down, scoring the final 24 unanswered to win it. Even though at some point I honestly wanted to jump through the television set and see if I could channel my way through to the Metroplex to look at Brian Schottenheimer when he went for it inside the 5-yard line with less than 4 minutes to go after getting that gift punt muff recovery after the Eagles hold defensively, and have an opportunity to run a 4-minute drill, kick a field goal, and get out of Dodge with a win in this game. And instead of kicking a bunny with Brandon Aubrey to go up 3, they decided to go for it and come away with 0 points. I wanted to look at Brian Schottenheimer and say, I don't care what the metrics say. And I sat there and I threaded out posted on threads, like nobody kicks field goals anymore unless they're 60 yards or longer. That's it. Like coaches are like, I guess we'll settle for that 48-yarder now. Nobody does anybody kick a field goal inside of 30 yards anymore. Maybe Jim Harbaugh does. Maybe a Harbaugh does. I don't know. It's crazy. I can't believe that happened because it almost cost them. But the Cowboys come up with the plays necessary, get the ball back, and do set things up. And it's George Pickens, again, who got Aubrey close enough to make an easy one to win it. You don't see comebacks like this often enough. And Dak Prescott had this to say after the game, in a game in which he set the career passing yards record for the Dallas Cowboys, passing Tony Romo, and he's only 12 touchdown passes behind him for the most in that category. Hit it.
I love being down. I don't know why. I couldn't tell you. Now, trust me, it's fun when you're up. You can laugh, you can joke, but when you're down, it requires such a unique place that you have to get to in resilience and focus and taking it one play at a time and just trying to lead the other guys and get them to do the same. And when they do, and you end up winning a game like this, this can be huge for us moving forward, and it will be. And as we've talked about all week, getting on a run. This is a hell of a way to get number 2, and we've got to enjoy it tonight, and that's it, and be ready for Thursday.
Thursday, because here come the Chiefs coming off of an overtime win where it makes them feel really good about themselves coming in. Largest comeback win in Dak's career, by the way. 4th of at least 14 or more points. And, one other thing that's awesome about Dak, it is his 14th career game with 2 passing touchdowns and 1 rushing touchdown. Second most in the NFL since entering the league, behind only the king of it, Josh Allen. Dak, man, playing the best ball of his career. Defensively, they're playing well. Let's look at the schedule, TJ, because the Chiefs are coming in next, and then they've got the Lions the week after in Detroit. And as we know, it's a full complement of rest on that Thursday night, that rare once a year situation where both Thursday night teams have a full complement of rest outside of, I guess, opening night kickoff, right? Home for Minnesota, which has been struggling like crazy with my guy, JJ. Jim Harbaugh coming in, wow, before 2 games against the bottom half of their division. Winnable games, and 5-5-1 is a terrific launching off point to hit the reset button. You are 500. That one time I cost him to try and somehow catch Philadelphia if something happens with the Eagles. Worse than what we saw on Sunday. But you got to feel good. Defense looks way better. And Pickens and this offense with Javonte Williams and the tight ends catching, offensive line blocking, thumbs up.
Yeah, man, for sure.
You got to feel good. You got to feel good about it. The problem is that 500 it's a nice spot to just feel like you're hitting a reset button. Yeah. But when you look at the standings, you got some teams to leapfrog.
Yeah.
And the Lions are one of them. That's a big game after Thanksgiving if you pull off the win over the Kansas City Chiefs at home on Thanksgiving Thursday.
You're wondering if that tie is going to come back to haunt them.
Oh, yeah. Uh-huh.
If only our clock operator was more unscrupulous.
Look at you, man.
Yeah, George Pickens, though, Rich, he's now like must-see TV. Like, Brockman, if you tell me George Pickens still in his head caught a ball with his feet, I'd be like, oh, bet, I believe it. If you tell me he went to the second level and did Jeff Hardy's Swanton bomb over on someone, I'd be like, yeah, sure, I believe it. Like, nothing he does surprises me.
Yeah, it's funny. He wears number 3. I think you can make a case he's, at worst, the third best receiver in the NFL.
Well, I mean, you got Jackson Smith and Jigba.
Clear number 1.
And you got both Los Angeles Rams.
I think you kind of take your pick who was number 2, but George Pickens is having as good a season as anyone.
He's been terrific. And is definitely somebody who the Steelers could use. But we heard it last week. We heard last week, and we talked about it on Overreaction Mondays. Well, change of scenery. Dak is way better than any quarterback that was thrown to Pickens over the last few years as well.
And apparently Pickens did a story where as a kid he always was a Cowboys fan, saw him playing there, so maybe...
Yeah, he wrote a Players Tribune that was great.
Really great story.
Yeah. Good stuff. Congrats on your team. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app 12 to 3 Eastern.